Our story begins with a girl named Shizuka standing in the school garden. A strange alien named Happy appears before her. This alien comes from a very distant planet, and his mission is to spread happiness everywhere he goes. But unfortunately, ever since he landed on Earth, people have been chasing him, trying to catch him, making his life a misery. Until heroine Shizuka, who gave him a loaf of bread, and he ate it after being very hungry. Even though Shizuka is very surprised by this alien, she isn't afraid of him. She even befriends him and named him Takopi. The alien has no objection and tells us that Shizuka is a human, as it seems, and she's also in 4th grade. Since Shizuka is the first human to treat him kindly, Takopi decides to return the favor and brings her a magical collar that will allow her to fly freely in the sky. Of course, this is an amazing gift that no one would refuse except our heroine, Shizuka, who tells him, "Sorry, I need to go buy some school supplies now." Takopi is surprised and asks her, "Why did you refuse this gift? It's so much fun." Shizuka replies with great sadness, "Even if I could fly, it wouldn't change anything in my life." The next day, we see Shizuka with Takopi hiding from the bullies. She tells him, "If these could see you, they'll literally turn you into mincemeat." Suddenly, a girl named Marina passes by with her friends, talking about Shizuka and laughing at her after bullying her yesterday while she was buying school supplies. Poor Shizuka sits silently, doing nothing until they leave. After that, Shizuka walks away, but Takopi calls out to her and says, "This time I'll really return the favor." He brings her a magical camera from another planet. This camera instantly develops the picture after taking it. Shizuka doesn't pay much attention to this camera because there's no difference between it and phone cameras. She tells Takopi, "I need to go now to buy school supplies," especially after she opens her bag and finds that her supplies have been stolen. This isn't the first time this has happened to her. Indeed, days pass, and every day after school, Shizuka goes to meet Takopi, who brings her some magical tools and tries to impress her, but to no avail. One day, Takopi goes home with Shizuka and discovers that she has a very large dog named Chappie. He's very scared of him because the dog thinks he's food and tries to eat him every now and then. Then Takopi enters the house with Shizuka and discovers that she lives alone. When he asks her about her mother, he learns that she works a bad job and comes home late. But when he asks her about her father, Shizuka replies, "I don't have a father." For her, the dog Chappie is her only friend, and she considers him part of the family. After that, Shizuka takes the dog for a walk and asks Takopi, "Tell me a little about your planet." Takopi tells her, "It's a very distant planet full of delicious fruits and sweets, and you must go there one day." Shizuka stops in her tracks and tells him sadly that she can't go anywhere. Takopi then remembers his mother's words when she told him that he must use the tools of happiness to bring joy to the human world. But so far, none of them have succeeded in making Shizuka smile. But Takopi doesn't give up and tells Shizuka, "One day I'll take you to my planet and show you all the magical tools we have."
Indeed, these kind words make Shizuka smile faintly, and she tells Takopi, "I'll see you tomorrow at school." But the next day, when she needs to go to school and meets Takopi, she looks disheveled and injured, as if someone had hit her hard. Besides that, she's holding Chappie's dog collar in her hand. Takopi is surprised and asks her what happened, as he doesn't understand anything about the human world. Shizuka tells him, "Nothing, I just had a fight with my friend." Takopi then pulls out a magical tool called the reconciliation ribbon. She and her friend need to hold it together to reconcile, and everything will be beautiful. Shizuka likes this idea very much and tells him, "I want to take this ribbon for a while and I'll return it to you later." But the problem here is that there's a law on the alien planet that prevents anyone from using magical tools without the supervision of one of the creatures. But because Takopi is willing to do anything to make Shizuka happy, he breaks the rules and agrees for her sake. However, here's the problem. Shizuka is very late, and Takopi waits for her until he gets worried and says, "I'll go to her house to check on her." But as soon as he arrives there, he learns that Shizuka used the magical ribbon to end her life.
Takopi is very surprised and thinks that Shizuka died because he broke the rules. He apologizes to her while crying and returns to the school garden where he finds the picture he took with her before. Here, Takopi immediately remembers one of the magical camera's features. When you return the picture to the camera, you go back in time to the moment you took the picture. Takopi, without any hesitation, returns the picture because he wants to ask Shizuka why she did that. He finally succeeds in going back in time to the moment he took the picture, and Shizuka tells him that it's late and she needs to go buy school supplies. But before Shizuka leaves, Takopi tells her, "Starting tomorrow, I'll start going to school with you." Indeed, from the next day, Takopi starts going to school with Shizuka to understand more about her life. And regardless of the fact that he doesn't understand anything, we clearly see how the school students bully her daily. Like the girl, Marina, who tells Shizuka, "You smell bad, like your dog." We learn here that Takopi uses a specific magical tool that makes him appear as a flower in Shizuka's hair. He, of course, does this so no one sees him, but unfortunately, this flower brings more bullying to Shizuka and makes her life very miserable. When the class begins, the teacher asks Shizuka a question about the homework, but unfortunately, Shizuka doesn't know the answer to the question because Marina tore up her notebook. Shizuka is very sad, and the bullying increases until Takopi gets a very clever idea. As soon as he knows the answer to the question, he uses the magical camera to go back in time again and tells Shizuka the answer to the question so she can answer it in school tomorrow. Of course, when this happens, it makes the girl Marina very amazed by what happened, especially since she's the one who forgot to do her homework and doesn't know how to answer the question, and she looks very embarrassed. But the bullying doesn't stop there. During recess, Marina and her friends bring a lot of food to Shizuka that she'll never be able to finish alone. They bully her to make her feel guilty. But as soon as they leave, Takopi immediately intervenes to finish all the food for her. Marina is very annoyed by what happened, and from then on, every time Marina tries to do something to bully Shizuka, like taking her notebooks and throwing them in the trash, or taking her bag and hiding it, Takopi is immediately there to solve all her problems. And in the end, it's Marina who gets annoyed with Shizuka.
Here, after all these things, Takopi realizes that there's a problem between Shizuka and Marina and starts thinking of a solution to reconcile them. But Shizuka tells him that's impossible. The important thing is that the next day, her bullying friends call Shizuka and tell her that Marina wants to meet her after school. The poor girl is very scared and hides in the bathroom and refuses to go meet her. No matter how much Takopi tries to convince her to go talk to her and reconcile, Shizuka is very scared and completely refuses the idea, telling him, "You don't know anything." Until Takopi gets a very strange idea. He uses a specific magical tool that makes him transform into Shizuka exactly, and he goes to talk to Marina to reconcile them. In the beginning, Takopi is very optimistic and talks to Marina in a very nice way, as if there's nothing between them. Until Marina slaps her and says, "What's this disgusting way you're talking to me?" Poor Takopi starts to feel pain and is surprised by Marina's stares and way of speaking. He says that this isn't a conversation. Marina is just talking and ordering her to do things, and it's not just talking. Marina is also hitting her very hard, to the point that Takopi feels a tiny bit of the pain that Shizuka has been feeling her whole life. No matter how much Takopi tries to talk to her and reconcile them, it's no use, to the point that Marina gets angry with her way of speaking and grabs the pen to hit her hard in the face. So Takopi immediately uses the magical camera to go back in time again, and this time he's very scared and wonders why Marina is doing this. Days pass again as they were, until we reach the day Shizuka needs to meet Marina after school. But this time, Takopi is very scared and Shizuka goes herself. Even though Takopi wants to go help her, he can't move from his spot until he gets an idea to transform into Shizuka again, but this time to go and ask for help. The one who helps Shizuka in the end is her classmate, Azuma, one of the student council members, who suggests telling her problem in the next meeting, but Shizuka refuses and tells him nothing will change and don't tell anyone what happened. After she leaves, it seems that Azuma is very upset for her.
Then Shizuka learns that Takopi was the one who brought the teacher to help her, and if it weren't for him, Shizuka would have been hurt much more than that, not to mention his many helps throughout the past period. We learn here that all these problems started happening to Shizuka ever since her mother started dating Marina's father. Of course, Takopi doesn't understand the meaning of this well and tells Shizuka, "I'll stay by your side until I make sure you're happy." But then we return to Marina, who is on her way home and is very angry because she couldn't please Shizuka as much as she wanted. But as soon as Marina enters the house, she sees her mother, who was literally distraught, and tells Marina that her father is going to have lunch with the new girl, and of course she means Shizuka's mother here. It's clear that the father has started treating his wife very cruelly and is cheating on her, and that's what makes Marina hate Shizuka and want to take revenge on her. And with that, we've reached the end of our episode today, but Shizuka's story isn't over yet. If you liked the video, my friends, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so we can upload the rest of the parts. And if you made it this far, heroes, write in the comments below, "I'm an otaku, so I know you watched the whole video," and we'll see you in the next video.